Welcome to Savage Kitchen. I'm super excited because we are doing something completely different today from anything else we've done on Savage Kitchen. We're going to be baking. And if you happen to know me in my personal life, I can't bake. I am tragically bad at baking. It has something to do with following instructions, whatever. I really wasn't listening. What we're going to be doing today is taking one of my favorite cocktail recipes and incorporating this into a dessert. Several months back, I did a cocktail called the Macadamia Coconut Daiquiri using shipwreck rum. And I have quite the love affair with this shipwreck coconut rum. It's delicious. I've got a million other videos on this. I'll just link to them up here, but do yourself a favor, go get the shipwreck rum. And you're gonna need it for this recipe. So essentially, we are making a lemon bar, but it's really a daiquiri bar because we have the addition of the rum. So our ingredients are going to remind us a lot of what a traditional lemon bar is, but the flavor profile is gonna match that cocktail. So it's gonna be a coconut lemon filling, and the crust is going to have macadamia nuts in it. I'm super excited. So, things you're gonna need. For our crust, we are going to need macadamia nuts. We're gonna need graham crackers, the kind you find in the grocery store, some coconut. I actually have sweetened shredded coconut. You could do unsweetened, but I do think the sweetened in this case adds a little extra oomph, and coconut oil. Then for our filling, you're gonna need a little bit of lemon juice, some coconut flour. You could use regular flour, but like all things coconut, why not have another coconut element? Coconut cream. You could use regular cream, but by using coconut flour and coconut cream, we're just reinforcing that coconut flavor. Some eggs and the rum. Oh, and a little pinch of salt because salt is life. All right, let's get into it. First things first, you're gonna wanna set your oven to 350 before you even get started. The reason for that is we are actually going to pre-bake the crust before we put the filling in. So to speed things up, go ahead and set your oven to 350. Then for your crust, you could do this in a food processor. That would be super easy. Or you could get some aggression out and beat your crust into submission, which is what we're gonna do here today. So you're gonna take one sleeve of graham crackers, which is roughly 9 full sheets of these guys. All right, so you can either put everything in here at once or do it in steps. I kind of like to do it in steps. Take a rolling pin, something heavy, the head of someone. No, that's violent. And we're gonna beat these. And it's okay if they're a little bit chunky because you're gonna beat them again. We're gonna add now roughly half a cup of macadamia nuts. I'm using dry roasted salted macadamia nuts. If you get plain macadamia nuts that are not salted, add a little bit of salt to this, like, I don't know, teaspoon. Tablespoon seems like a lot. But the dry roasted salted ones, delicious. Make sure it's pretty pulverized. And we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of our shredded coconut. And when I say 2 tablespoons, I'm just eyeballing this. I'm gonna mix those things together and into our bowl. So once we have our graham crackers and our macadamia nuts and our coconut shreds, we're gonna add in some coconut oil just to kind of bind everything together. You could do this with butter. I'm a big fan of butter. You could do this with some other oil, but again, we're doing coconut bars with coconut everything. Use coconut oil. All of the exact measurements will be in the description below. So if you want to make these, and trust me, you want to make these, make sure to check out the description for precise measurements. Because apparently in baking, you have to be precise. This is why I do not excel at this. Next step is we are going to put this in our 9x13 baking dish and do a little bit of a pre-bake. So I have a baking dish here. We're gonna line this with parchment paper, and in order to get the parchment paper to stick, we're gonna just put a little bit of oil in this. You could use butter, you could use oil. I'm again using coconut oil because it's a coconut extravaganza here. So we're just gonna press this delicious crust into the corners and just make sure it's a pretty even layer. And this is where the rubber meets the road as far as how finely you've beaten your crust. And personally, I don't mind it kind of chunky. I like chunky things. All right. I feel like that looks pretty good. Okay, into the oven at 350 for like 8 to 10 minutes. Now for our filling, we are going to first sift together our dry ingredients, which are sugar, flour, and a little bit of salt. And they're going to whip in our wet ingredients, which are eggs, the coconut rum, and a little bit of coconut cream and lemon juice. Now we're going to take care of our wet ingredients. 6 eggs. I'm going to go ahead and give these a little whisk. And then we're going to incorporate our coconut cream, a 1/4 cup of our shipwreck coconut rum, 1/2 cup of lemon juice. In the interest of dishes, I'll just use this one twice. And now we're going to combine our wet and our dry ingredients. So I'm just going to sort of whisk this in. Now we're going to take our delicious coconut lemon filling and put it over our macadamia crust. And then back into the oven for about 30 minutes. Well, through the magic of television, since we're not going to wait 30 minutes for those to cook, I've already made a second batch. Might have burned it a little, but you're not going to judge me. What we have here smells absolutely incredible. Like, it makes my heart happy. And this looks a little burnt around the edges and kind of perfect in the middle. So what we're going to do is lift this out with that parchment paper. Ooh, and cut this into bars. To be neat about it, what I'm going to do is first cut away these edges. I would also do this even if it wasn't burnt. Oh, this is going to be so good. And if you want super clean cuts, what you can actually do is wipe your knife off in between each cut. Oh, this looks so good. So what we should have done is put these in the fridge to cool for another 2 hours after coming out of the oven. But I couldn't wait. They smelled too good. I need lemon bars. So obviously they're no worse for wear. It's fine if you don't do that. But I, in particular, enjoy these chilled. All right, let's give it a taste. Oh my God. They're better than last time. And don't forget, I'm gonna sprinkle a little coconut on top at the end. Oh my God. Daiquiri bars. Let me know how it goes. Oh my God. Comment below. Also, if you want to see Savage Kitchen doing more things like this, boozy treats, non-boozy treats, cooking, you just let me know in the comments. We got all kinds of fun things planned. So thanks for joining me. Cheers, friends. Holy shit. Oh my God.